Hello, welcome to a very special edition of the Hot Dog and the Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I am Shane Price, joined by Jayden Ginsweider. And Jayden, uh, this is a special episode, don't you think? I can see it in
I
your
mean,
eyes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it is. It is WWF Wrestlemania X-Seven.
And this time,
From
I think we're going
April.
to stand up and shout about this episode.
We might have to. This is from April 1st of 2001, in front of 67,925 people in the Reliant Astrodome in Houston, Texas. Jim Ross and Paul Heyman on the commentary for most of the night. Gene Okerlund and Bobby Heenan take over for the gimmick Battle Royal. And we are reviewing this show because it's WrestleMania season, and this is the 25th anniversary of what is widely considered the best WrestleMania of all time. I guess we'll get into that more as as we review it as the show goes on. But trying to find a runtime for you here. I forgot to write it down.
Long, but
Long. It
not
was
crazy
definitely
long.
long. 3 hours and 45 minutes, so not terrible. A long show, but not too long, I would say.
Like for a Mania,
Um,
yeah.
Anything you want to get into before we just hop into the card?
Yes, of course. As we do, it is tradition for WWE shows from this era, the Heat match.
Oh yes, of course.
The heat match for this show was X Factor of X Pac and Just Incredible versus Steve Blackman and Grandmaster Sexay.
Huh? What a random pairing that is. That's really weird.
But the first real match that we care about
Hmm.
for the WWF Intercontinental Championship, Chris Jericho takes on William Regal.
Yeah. This match is pretty sweet on paper, I think. I don't think they were given really the time that they needed to have their best match. I think that's going to be kind of a common theme here. We have a lot of pretty short matches that I think, maybe if this WrestleMania had one or two less matches, we could have gotten full great time on that and really gotten the best out of the competitors. But it was still a solid opener. I gave it 3 stars.
I'll agree. I gave it a 3 as well. It was one of the better matches you could choose to start with here. Um,
Mm.
but as you said, we're giving enough time. Speaking of not giving enough time, this next match, outside of
This match
one
might have been
guy,
given too much time.
I don't know, on paper, not enough time. In theory, too much time.
Mm-hmm.
If you take out Val Venus and put Steve Richards in the match, I think this could have been a great
It's probably
match.
much better. Yeah, it's probably much better.
Uh, but so this is Taz and the APA against Right Knight Censor, the Good Father, Bull Buchanan, and Val Venus.
Yeah, this is a real
Um,
get them on the card special right here.
this is far too much time I want to spend dedicated to Val Venus, so I'm just gonna say 2.
It was kind of a whatever match. Like we said, it was short. I gave it 2.25.
Then you get to the first fun part of the night with that hardcore match with Kane, Raven, and Big Show. As you probably have heard many times from everybody, this was the match where they almost destroyed the Astrodome's power grid.
Yes. Yeah. And you kind of you see it when they're getting involved with that anywhere near any kind of electrical equipment. It's like, oh god.
It
Uh,
almost knocked out the entire power to the building, and this is what, match 3?
yes, this is
One
match 3. It would
hell of
have
a
been
WrestleMania that would be.
yeah, it would have been very similar to that Niners Ravens Super Bowl where the power went out. I know this is a fun
I
match
really like.
too. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. You, honey? Yeah.
Okay. I wrote sprawling brawling because it's just they just go all over the Astrodome, really make a meal out of it. There's some fun parts with Kane and Big Show backstage. Ultimately, though, it was just kind of a fun match. It didn't get me too excited. I gave it 3 stars.
I mean, they did almost knock out the power through the whole building, so I got to give it at least a 3.
Yeah.
I really liked how Kane hit a diving leg drop from the stage to Big Show. That isn't the thing you normally see him do ever.
Yeah, it's something you didn't really expect from Kane. Yeah.
Next, we have Eddie Guerrero versus Test for the European title.
Yeah, this is another kind of whatever match. It really makes you remember how much the Attitude Era was being carried by the main eventers. Because like these first these first 4 matches, and then the women's title match, and the McMahon's match, like it's not exactly what you think of WrestleMania. And I think also part of the problem is we have this idea of WrestleMania, and WrestleMania very rarely actually lives up to the idea of like this perfect showcase of what WWE has to offer. I think this being heralded as one of the all-time great WrestleManias is very interesting because I think as an overall show, most of it's pretty mid. Like it's not this like top to bottom classic. I think it's really carried by I think it's really carried by the main event, by Triple H and Taker, by the TLC match, and by Kurt and Benoit. I think it's 4 really great matches, and then the rest of this card doesn't really have much going.
Yeah.
That being said, I give this also 2.25. It just wasn't much of anything.
Gave it a 2 just based on who's in it. This could have been way better.
Yeah, it definitely could have been. That's the other thing too, is that, like I said earlier, that again, short match, and they were really trying to cram as much onto this card as they could. And so they either needed to go like half an hour to 45 minutes longer, or they needed to cut 2 or 3 matches. And this is probably one I would have cut. No disrespect to Eddie Guerrero. He's great. This wasn't it.
Next is Angle Benoit.
Like I said, this is a very good match. Not their best, but still very, very good. These two were just always so good together. Like I think, obviously, rightfully, Chris Benoit is left out of wrestling discourse and conversations most of the time. But when we're having that wrestling soulmates conversation, when we're talking about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or Rock and Austin, or whoever you want to, AJ and Samoa Joe, whoever you want to put in that, Kurt and Benoit are right up there towards the top. They always made magic together. So it is unfortunate because of who Benoit turns out to be. We do really have to. There's a stain on how good this ongoing rivalry was. But I gave this 4 stars. I thought this was a great match. I had a great time.
I gave it the 3 3/4. I think that the match at Backlash was better, not just because it's in Chicago, but because it is a more intriguing match type. I think if they went the ultimate submission here, it would have been a lot more fun.
Yeah, probably. I think I would say for me, their best match is the Rumble match a couple years later. I don't know. What would you say? Would you say, do you like Backlash more than that Rumble match, or where would you go?
I think the Rumble match is the better matchup of the two. Obviously, it's a near 5-star for me, but I think it's in the timeline. These 2 matches split together would have been better.
Yeah, no, I think so for sure.
Then is China Ivory.
Mm-hmm. I want to check something here. Go ahead and say what you have on, if you have anything on this.
Meltzer gave it -1 star. It was a squash match. It's one of China's final matches in the company. It's also a really long squash match.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Okay, yeah, so she was around for like another month after this, month and a half. Yeah, I gave it 1.5. So I was a little bit brighter on it than you were, but yeah, really not much of anything. It feels like we say this every time we do a WWE show that's older than like 10 years old. They just weren't given the time or the storyline or the support to really make anything good happen here. This was honestly used as a bathroom break match. This was the match where people could leave between Angle and Benoit and the McMahons and then come back for the last stretch of the show. So 1.5 stars. They did what they could with what they had, but they were just set up for failure from the beginning. So and we get on to the next match.
The next match, Shane, the owner of WCW, Shane McMahon, against the owner of WWE, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
The best part of this match is watching the Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, pimp slap Vince.
Yeah.
Followed by the Coast to Coast.
Yeah, this was overbooked McMahon family nonsense. That being said, it was pretty damn entertaining. Because like going into it, it's Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon. The expectations are on the floor. Like, I'm not expecting any kind of good wrestling match out of this. So if you're going in expecting a dumb, nonsensical soap opera finale here to this kind of feud, it was incredible. It was pretty good, not incredible. It was pretty good, and it was really entertaining. And I like that it kind of wraps up the story they had been telling while seamlessly transitioning into the upcoming WCW invasion. I actually gave this 3.5 stars. I think it was fun. It was dumb, but it was fun. Obviously Vince McMahon sucks, but if you go in not expecting a wrestling match, it's kind of just dumb fun for however long it was. Plus the coast to coast.
Yeah, dude. Shane McMahon is a fucking coast to coast.
Was this the first coast to coast? Because they kind of made a big deal out of it, like they had never seen him do it before.
I don't think it was the first. I think it was like it wasn't the first, but it was one of the big ones.
Okay.
No, it was Shane McMahon's first coast to coast.
It was Shane's first coast to coast. Okay, that's what I was thinking, because they didn't call it the coast to coast when Jim Ross didn't call it the coast to coast when he did it, and he made a big deal like he had never seen anything like it before. So yeah,
because there was the Van Terminator, which is the coast to coast, but
the first time anyone had ever done that move
in the ECW ring. So
yeah,
it's a bigger ring, and it's Shane McMahon doing it, and Mr. Untrained doing it. So
yeah, I mean, it's still crazy. Absolutely.
What'd you give it?
I give it 3.5.
That makes me so happy. I gave it 3.5. So
okay, cool.
I hate saying that this match is, if it wasn't for Vince being Vince, I would really like to just watch this match over and over again just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it would be a much
Vince,
better experience. But yeah, and like I said, it's just the kind of thing where there's just no expectations, so it's so fun to just mess around.
Speaking of fun to mess around and high spots, TLC 2? or 1?
Yes, I believe this is TLC 2. So it gets kind of confusing because at WrestleMania 2000, these three teams had a three-way ladder match. So a lot of people think WrestleMania 2000 is TLC 1. It's not. That next SummerSlam is TLC 1, which we have reviewed at some point on this show. And then this is TLC 2, yeah. And it's just a fucking incredible match. We talked about it last week. If I was trying to get someone into professional wrestling, this is the first match I would show them, just to show how insane it can be and how much fun it could be. It's one of my favorite matches of all time. It's probably up there in the top 3, certainly top 5. I love ladder matches. I love crazy shit like this. 5 stars, obviously.
Oh yeah, 5 stars. Easy question without doubt. This is maybe the best. This is maybe the best spot fest match ever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, craziest spot in American wrestling history conversation. So we have, for a long time, I think the argument was Foley, Hell in a Cell, and Edge spearing Jeff Hardy off the titles in this. A couple years ago, Darby Allin came in and said, "Hold my beer," and jumped through that glass. So I think I go Darby's glass spot, but do you think, between this and Foley, what held the title before Darby? Do you think this outdid Foley?
I think it doesn't outdo Foley, but I think I'm going to go with a different Foley spot as the most insane than the one you're thinking of. I'm going to go with the Triple H Hell in a Cell against Cactus Jack.
Okay, in that one,
he gets thrown over Triple H, and the cage is so weak that it breaks, and it breaks right above a chair, and Mick hits the chair head first.
Oh, I forgot about the chair part of that. Yeah, that is pretty gruesome.
It wasn't planned.
I'm about to say it wasn't as planned as these other crazy moments, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
But the fact that this is Mick Foley's last match and he legit almost dies.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But you agree it's Darby now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's very close.
That glass spot is one of the grossest things I've ever seen.
It's very close because, you have the unplanned part of the Foley one and the planned of the Darby one, but Darby's also being from glass to floor.
Yeah, and it's ladder in the ring to floor, glass on chairs. There's just so many elements to it. And also, obviously, I know CZW, GCW, they've probably done crazier shit. I'm just kind of thinking more mainstream for this conversation, I think. I think that was kind of implied, but I just want to put out there. I know CZW and GCW have done some insane stuff, too.
I mean, obviously, what springs to mind is the Zandig, and either Mondo or Janela off the roof.
Mm-hmm.
The weed whacker.
What I was thinking, there's a roof with a bunch of light tubes or something on it, or barbed wire or something.
No, it's where Zandig does the fuck you driver from the roof into a car with light tubes and tables in it.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes. Okay, I'm thinking of the spot, but yeah.
Or, as I said, the weed whacker spot where quite literally they just take a weed whacker and put it to somebody's stomach.
Yeah, that's insane too.
Which isn't it's not crazy, but it's just gross.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I give us 5 stars, like I said. What do you think?
I agree, 5 stars easily.
Yep.
Next match is the fun one, because we had Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan.
No, Gene Okerlund and Bobby Heenan.
Oh, that's right. Gorilla Monsoon is dead.
Yeah.
Gino Colon, Bobby Heenan. It's so nice to see Bobby Heenan getting one last hurrah at WrestleMania. That was really nice. I kind of wish it was him, Heyman, and Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Because I know 2 heel commentators is kind of rough, but when it's Heyman and Heenan,
they could have gone
there's
back
some
and
fun
forth.
you can have. There's some fun you can have there, yeah.
Yeah. I do want to point out. Oh, do you want to list the names in the match?
Those you're gonna point something else out first.
I was just going to point out something about one of the names. So if you're about to go into it, just go.
Yeah, I was going to. We're gonna have in this match the Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch, Duke the Dumpster Josie, Doink. I don't know which Doink, but Doink. Nikolai Volkov.
It could have been like Crash Holly dressed up as Doink. I have no idea.
He could have been. I guess clearly could. Let me see what it says. It was Eugene. No, Ray Apollo. Ray Apollo was the Doink here, who was the Doink after they fired Matt Bourne.
Okay.
Talk about the Goon.
Yeah, that's the one. That name is aged poorly.
Yeah.
This is a show about going back in time and looking at things in retrospect. And in retrospect, the Goon, not a good name.
John Tenta.
As
the Gobbledygook. Close enough. The Gobbledygooker, who was Hector Guerrero still.
They brought Hector Guerrero back for that.
Yes, it was Hector Guerrero this time. It was really funny.
Again, could have been Scotty Too Hottie. Like, it could have been literally anybody in that costume. It's funny that they brought back Hector Guerrero.
The Sheik, Iron Sheik. Hillbilly Jim. For some reason, Bruce Pritchard is Brother Love.
Yeah.
Michael Hayes, who was like the same age as the main eventers are now in 2001.
Yeah, it's also
absurd.
So weird to see this version of Michael Hayes come out doing the Freebird dance and stuff, because in my mind, 2 completely different people. Like producer with the Hardyz on through to currently Michael Hayes, and 80s and 90s NWA, WCW Michael Hayes, completely different people in my mind. It's so crazy how different he looks, and just to be like reminded, oh yeah, that's the same person. Michael P.S. Hayes was in the Fabulous Freebirds.
I mean, it's like Doc Hendricks is not sexy.
Yeah, really.
Whereas
yeah.
Michael Hayes is purely sexy.
Purely sexy, yeah.
The One Man Gang.
Yeah.
Kamala with Harvey Wippleman. I think it was actual Kamala, because we had the Japanese Kamala.
This was actual Kamala, yeah.
The Brooklyn Brawler is Kimchi.
That was the Brooklyn Brawler as Kimchi? They could have found someone else to be Kimchi, and they could have just had the Brooklyn Brawler in the match. Well, they could have had another gimmick.
The Brooklyn Brawler was Kimchi.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I had no idea. I mean, you still could have just had someone else be Kimchi, and then he could have been the Brooklyn Brawler, but whatever.
He was the Kimchi, like, very briefly, while he was the Brawler, too, I think.
Okay.
Repo Man.
He was much like Michael B. Jordan in Sinners.
The Repo Man, who could have been in this match at least 5 times.
Oh, he could have been in so many. If it was like a Royal Rumble style, he could have entered so many times.
They should have done this Rumble style, because that would have been so much funnier.
It would have been. The surprise of it all would have been funny. Like, yeah, just a dumb Rumble would be so funny.
Stephen Slaughter. And finally, for some goddamn reason, Jim Cornette.
Yes. Cornette and Brother Love much like Michael P.S. Hayes, but P.S. Hayes is more deserving. I think they're probably in it just because they're there, just because they're backstage. Might as well throw them in. They did have gimmicks. It'll be fun for the fans to see them. Who cares? I do want to point out the loudest boos of the night were when Doink the Clown got eliminated. Way louder than Austin Sadie McMahon. The Houston fucking hated it when they wanted Doink to win so bad.
Houston was Doink territory, bitch.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Doink, for Doink, the Iron Sheik had it that he couldn't bump, so he won.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if anybody's going to win this, former world champion Iron Sheik, probably the right choice.
Or Doink.
It was a bit of fun though. Mostly inoffensive. Mostly. I gave it 2 3/4. I enjoyed it.
I gave it a 2.5. I think it was stupid, but sometimes you need stupid.
Now, separate from our recasting segment, if WWE were to bring back the Gimmick Battle Royal, I have a lineup. And I want to hear what you say. I want to hear your thoughts on this lineup. If they were to bring it back at this year's WrestleMania. So, that being said, anybody like, for instance, Goldust, who is not available to WWE right now, I did not put on this, even though Goldust would be perfect for this kind of thing. So Fandango doing his, I know he's retired, but just coming out, a lot of these guys were retired too. So coming out, doing the dancing gimmick, doing the Fandango dance, I think would be in it. Since he's kind of WWE adjacent still, Tyler Breeze coming in, doing the selfie gimmick, that whole thing. You can't have Big Cass, but you can bring in Enzo Amore. Let him do his whole spiel, the Boogeyman, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
Damian Sandow as his like scholar gimmick. He's
also retired, but yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, most of the guys in the original Gimmick Battle Royal were retired too. El Torito and Hornswoggle. Get that feud back going. Kenny, Nikki, Mikey, Johnny, and Mitch. The Spirit Squad. Would be really fun. No Way Jose. One of my personal favorites to put on this list, Rick Boogs. Awesome. That'd be so much fun to get him back. Aiden English and Simon Gotch. Hurricane. Coming back from the commentary desk, Bad News Barrett. Santino Marella. Heath Slater doing one-man band. And then, since TNA's there, TNA's part of it, Abyss and Shark Boy.
You'd have to get Shark Boy for sure out of TNA. You're missing some 2000s gimmicks I'd throw in.
Okay.
Simon Dean, 100%.
Thought about Simon Dean. I thought about maybe going Simon Dean. I also thought about maybe going Rico, but I don't know how well that would go over in 2026.
Rico should go back to like Big Gay Brunch because the man can hoop.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Rico would go over well in WWE in 2026. If he showed up at Big Gay Brunch or at like a Ring of Honor show or something, it would be awesome. But WWE in 2026 is not the place for Rico, I think.
And just because I want to see all three of them at WrestleMania, because it'd be funny. All three Mexicools?
The Mexicools would be. Again, don't know how well that would go in 2026.
It doesn't matter how well it would go. You don't have to give them the lawnmower. Just give me Juventud, give me Super Crazy, and give me Psychosis, so we can have something go down in this match.
Yeah, but then the gimmick is just that they're luchadors. I don't know if that really applies to the rest of what I have going on.
The gimmick, I agree, the gimmick kind of sucks, but they should have had Simon Dean.
Mm-hmm. What about Deuce and Domino?
I don't even know if Cliff Compton has an internet presence anymore.
Wait, did one of them pass away?
No, Cliff Compton's still alive, and I'm sure the other guy is too.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know. These are just the ideas that I came up with. Roughly 20. I think that's roughly how many were in the original Gimmick Battle Royal too. I do like my favorite idea of all of this though is bringing back the Spirit Squad and making Dolph Ziggler be a part of it.
I mean, I agree.
For the Gimmick Battle Royal, I think that'd be so funny. Unless you have any more Gimmick Battle Royal ideas, we can move on to the next match.
Eugene, Mordecai.
Again, Eugene, don't know how well that would go over.
He'd still do it. Mordecai.
Trevor Murdoch. That would have been a good. I didn't even think about that. Trevor Murdoch.
Kazarni.
I did think about. Let's see. There were two people. I remember Brodus Clay was one person that I thought actually would maybe be fun for this, but I don't want him on my TV at all, even in a dumb Gimmick Battle Royal sense. Then there was Kane. That was the other one. Kane. I don't want Kane involved at all on my television.
That one dude in WWE, Vade Hansen.
Who was that? I don't even remember him.
Vade Hansen had one promo. Then he got fired.
Oh, nice. What about shoot? I feel like I just had an idea and then it immediately lost it. I don't remember now. I don't think they would use him because of the name, but having somebody enter as Suicide. If you're going TNA stuff,
they would do Manic. Call him, Manic.
They would do Manic, yeah. It just doesn't hit the same as Suicide.
It doesn't, but
yeah,
it depends who they would. Because there's a lot of people who get to be Suicide.
Also, you don't even have to get someone who actually was Suicide. It could just be like Nathan Frazier. It's a full bodysuit. There's no way of telling who it is.
They could get TJP too, to be fair.
Oh, they could easily get TJP if they wanted to. Yeah, obviously.
Or
Kazarian.
Zachary Wentz, or Kazarian, or Gresham too, maybe. You can get Wentz, isn't he? Oh, no, that's right. No, they can't.
He's in AW now. Yeah.
Gresham.
Wentz and Christopher Daniels you can't get.
Crazy Steve.
I said, you could put literally anybody in the. Oh, Crazy Steve on his own would maybe be a fun entrant. I don't know.
Yeah, they would.
A lot of fun.
All Decay, yeah. We spent too much time on this.
Yeah, a Gimmick Battle Royal of 2000s and 2010. Yeah, I mean, this is basically the wrestling equivalent of naming like NBA role players back and forth. What we're doing right now.
It's a good point. Fuck it, put Al-Farouq Aminu in there, dude.
Fuck it, yeah, absolutely. Al-Farouq Aminu and Aaron Aflalo.
Dude, yeah.
All right, you want to get into the last two matches here?
The last two matches, we have the streak match, Undertaker Triple H.
Yes. This match picks up rather quickly. Like it's not as long as you'd think before we start seeing finishers, which made me think it was going to be kind of quick, but then it kept going.
I think it's because Motorhead was there, and it was a big deal.
And so they just wanted to just ride that momentum of the Motorhead entrance, and then yeah.
Also, let me know mustache is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it was weird. I also wrote, how many times is poor Mike Chioda going to be killed in this match? I think there were probably like 3 or 4 ref bumps. He just kept getting taken down.
Mike Chioda went through it in this.
Yeah, he really did. Ultimately, pretty damn good match. This is definitely one of the better streak matches prior to that, like 4-year stretch where he just went stupid. Definitely, I'm trying to think what was the next year a Triple H rematch.
No, because we only went 3 times. X8 is
that Kane?
No,
or is Taker even on that one? Because 19 is Albert and Big Show, right?
Yeah. It's Flair.
Okay. It's Flair. I forgot Flair was. Yeah. That is right. That is right. We'll get into that next week. I gave this 4 stars, though. Like I said, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was one of the better streak matches. What did you think?
I agree. It's definitely up there for me, for sure. I think, unfortunately, these two had endless chemistry between each other. It's insane. It's like 10 years to go back to this.
Yeah. It really is insane. I think Triple H gets a lot of flack for his in-ring career, and part of it is definitely deservingly so. But you get him in the ring with either Undertaker or Shawn Michaels, and he's making fucking magic. Like, it's something about his chemistry with those two guys was just electric. And I know it's easy to say that, oh yeah, you get him in the ring with one of the two best guys, with 2 of the best guys of all time, but still, the point stands. He made some awesome. Did some awesome work with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
This next match.
Then there's only one.
It's special. Mm-hmm. Special. You do. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it when you laugh at me. Look down on me. They walk around on me. Yeah. Whatever. Limp Bizkit. The Goosebumps. Everything.
Goosebumps watching that video every time.
It is. It's cliche to call it the best promo video, but it is a really good promo video.
Oh, it's also just a lost art, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you just imagine? Like, I don't know who like the current band equivalents would be, but just like a really well edited hype video for. I mean, it's just on top of my mind because I was just watching Dynamite, but MJF and Kenny, right, coming up at Dynasty. If we got a really well edited video of that to music by one of today's, stars today, one of today's big groups, whatever, it would be insane. It's just something that. It's not that it doesn't exist because there are people independently doing it. It's just something that the major companies don't pay for anymore. It's just something that they don't do. I don't even know. Let me look at like the. And just the Billboard Hot 100, just see if I get any ideas for bands or something.
It'd be Turnstile. It would be Turnstile.
Turnstile, yeah. Well, and it doesn't have to be just like a rock band, It could be. I don't know. It's like I'm forgetting every musical artist I've ever heard of. But, it could be to. Got a concerning amount of Kanye on here. Actually,
I was going to say the same. I was going to say the same thing. Also concerning, the baby at 32-1.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure there's like, the state of popular music right now, man. Anyway, I'm sure that, whatever artists you want to throw out there, whether that's rap, like I think rap and hip hop would probably have some awesome some awesome videos right now. I think that's kind of culturally the cool music that you see associated a lot with like the NBA and the NFL.
I mean, I saw an edit of the tag team No Fear with Takayama and Amori to Ken Carson, and it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
So I think you're right.
Like Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott. I mean, I know Fiend. We all have,
Playboy Cardi would be
flashbacks.
That as intense as his music is, they would be perfect.
Yeah. So I think it's just what the point I'm trying to make, I guess, is that you just don't see this anymore with the major promotions. Independently, people do it, but you just don't see it anymore. And I would love for this to be brought back. The promo package video. Like there's definitely like CM Punk is giving you all the material you need to make a great promo package video for him and Roman. MJF is always a great one. Ospreay and Moxley have had great promos back and forth to set this up. Like there's definitely the guys, like you can make it happen. But it's just, this one is really, if it's not the best one, it's certainly one to look at and go, man, that is a lost art.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the match, though?
Everybody has talked about this one ad nauseum. I don't know what to add.
For me, and again, this is something that has aged poorly, similar to Goon. I forgot how much Vince is involved in this match. It'd been a few years since I watched it in full. And I remembered him being involved at the end, obviously, because there's the whole handshake spot, but he is there for a good while at the end of this match, like a good 10 minutes at least, if not longer. And it really does kind of muck up what was a perfect match. I mean, the dueling, you can't do this all the time, but at WrestleMania, throwing each other's finishers at each other, Austin digging deep, pulling out the I'm blanking, Ted DiBiase's hold. The money, it's not the money clip. The $1 Million Dream, is that what the hold's called? The sleeper hold Ted DiBiase did?
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin pulling that out. The recreation of the WrestleMania 13 sharpshooter, but this time Austin gets to the ropes. It's really, really good, and it is damn near perfect. The only thing that held it back for me was Vince's involvement. So I only gave it 4.5. I know it's considered one of the best matches of all time, one of the best WrestleMania main events of all time, but just going back through modern lenses and seeing how much Vince was involved in this match I can't give it any higher than a 4.5. It's just too much Vince.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have anything else on it?
I like that. I agree with that.
You know what it reminded me of a lot, actually? The first Cody Roman main event. Because that was such a perfect match until the ending. Until the Bloodline got too involved and Cody Rhodes lost the match. Until then, that was such a perfect match. And it reminds me a lot of this one.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, anything else?
Other than me giving it a 4.5.
Yeah. All right, now this is a tough category. Going into our categories, we got a tough first one. What's the best moment? Because there's two heavy hitting contenders here with the Jeff Hardy spear and with Austin and McMahon shaking hands.
I think I'm going to go with, just because best, I'm going to go with the spear.
Me too. I'm going to go with the spear as well. But it was a tough decision. MVP of the night. I think I have to go Stone Cold.
It's definitely Stone Cold, yeah.
Okay. Heat check. Easiest heat check we've ever done. This is Bobby Heenan.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan came in for, 8 minutes, made 6 threes, walked out of there. Like, he just went insane.
Yeah, for sure.
Gear of the night. If you include the Canon, China's gear was awesome. I think. I'm trying to think of what else we got. We got the Gobbledygooker. I'm trying to think of who else stood out to me here. I feel like there was another one I was going to mention, but I don't.
Brother
remember.
Love, because he looked extremely red here.
Yeah, Brother Love. There's some great ones in the Gimmick Battle Royal. Repo Man. Yeah, I think that's kind of all the ones I had to mention. Apex Mountain. So, I mean, there's a lot of talk about this show. A lot of people giving high praise. Is this the Apex Mountain of WrestleMania?
No.
No. What would you say?
Because 22 and 23 sold more, first of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, the early 20s Manias are better in terms of quality to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would go with like 22. 22.
Oh, the Chicago one? Surprising.
Yeah, Chicago
Surprising.
one. Well, your GOAT won.
That is true. My GOAT wins at that one. I don't know. There's just... God, I know the show is ass, but there's nothing quite like WrestleMania. There's nothing quite like Daniel Bryan winning the title. I think, yeah. I don't know. This is definitely a very good one, but we're kind of coming towards the end of the Attitude Era. I wonder if, like, was it 15 where Tyson shows up, or is that 14?
He's 14.
14. I wonder if 14 maybe has an argument for the biggest Mania, or like for the Apex Mountain of WrestleMania, because it's just so culturally insane that Mike Tyson's there and they're doing the whole thing. And that's kind of towards the start of the Attitude Era. But I could see somewhere like 22, 23 being big. They're just not as, other than Array, it's just not as memorable for me, I think. But I really don't have a much better argument. I don't know. It's tough to say. It is really tough to say. Again, because like I said earlier, just our idea of what WrestleMania is often way exceeds what WrestleMania is in reality. We have this kind of blown up picture of what WrestleMania should be, and WrestleMania very rarely reaches that height. Because, like I said, even with the WrestleMania 30, with that Daniel Bryan moment, most of that card is shit. That's not a great card. It's a pretty terrible show overall. But Daniel Bryan winning is insane. It's just so special. So I don't know. Surprise of the show. Anything surprise you on this? For me, like I said, it was just how involved Vince McMahon was in the main event. I completely had forgotten about that.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Yeah. Recasting. So I already kind of did a Gimmick Battle Royal recast. What do you want to do here? Do you want to go Rock Austin? Do you want to go TLC? What direction do you want to take this?
Let's just go to the main event.
For the main event?
Because we're talking the two biggest stars in wrestling right now.
Just the two biggest stars in professional wrestling right now?
Yeah.
I think it's Cody Rhodes versus Rhea Ripley, you know?
Which would be a great match.
It would be a great match. If we're sticking more realistic than that, Cody and Punk, a Cody Roman rematch. If we're just
Punk
talking
Roman.
about Punk Roman, which is happening this year, yeah. If we're just talking like actually biggest, because as great as Kenny and Ospreay and Mox and MJF are, if we're just talking like legitimately the most popular stars in wrestling, I don't think they quite touched the WWE platform yet. So if we're going with that, I would say it's probably Cody Roman or Roman Punk or Cody Punk. Any combination of the three of those guys. I don't know, if we were going outside or if we're going for the wrestling fan, not the casual, for the wrestling fan, I think the biggest possible match is Kenny versus one of those three top WWE guys versus Roman, Punk, or Cody.
Yeah.
So that's where I would go. Best double feature. TLC 1 and 2 would be a great back-to-back. Triple feature of the Taker Triple H Mania matches would be awesome. Same with a triple feature of the Austin Rock Mania matches. Do you have anything else?
No, I think those are the best options here.
Mm-hmm. Wrestling Criterion Collection. Do we throw TLC 2 in the Wrestling Criterion Collection? I would vote yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I think this is our first Criterion in a while. Anything else from this WrestleMania? Correctly Criterion for you?
Harmony wants to put on the Rock Austin stuff, but I'm not sure.
I just don't know. Like I said, Vince McMahon really ruins it. He's really there too much.
Yeah.
This is the first thing we put on there. We put Ray winning the 06 Rumble there earlier this year. That was the most recent on the Criterion Collection. Classic hot dog, classic handshake. I think everything's on the board for this. I think we picked this because it's talked about as kind of the best WrestleMania of all time. So I think whatever you want to put here, you can put here. Classic handshake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going TLC. That's what I'm going for the hot dog.
Yeah, it's too obvious.
Yeah. And then out of 10, I think I was down on a lot of this card, but it does really pick up towards the end. Like if once you get to Angle Benoit, it does really pick up. And I think the atmosphere of the Astrodome was awesome. I thought it was a great setting for Mania. It is WrestleMania, so there's that certain specialness to it. So even with the bad parts, I still think I land at a 7 for this. What do you pick? What are you saying here out of 10?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7 too.
Okay. When was the last time we completely agreed? Halloween of last year, Halloween Havoc 95. We both gave that a 4. So,
Yeah.
did you end up deciding? Okay, I think I said something about us reviewing WrestleMania X8, but I think we ended up deciding to go a different direction, or you did for that one. So the next one will be my pick. If you want to take us out of here and preview that.
Oh, I forgot what your fucking pick was. Hold on a second. So we're gonna continue our WrestleMania streak with another WrestleMania. Hey, the one I picked is the best one. Hey, funny about that. Huh, interesting. Maybe because it's the best one. We're going to the
let's be
Allstate Arena.
realistic. We're picking it. I'm picking this not because I think it's the best one per se, but because my boy Rey Mysterio wins the world title, and it's the 20-year anniversary of that, and for some reason my old ass goat is participating in a ladder match this year. So,
well, Sting did it 2 years ago. It's only fair.
Yeah. So go ahead and take us out of here, I guess.
And with that, stay tuned for 22 next week and enjoy wrestling.